Hello, coaching types. Welcome to One Week Conversation, where I talk to myself for about 10 minutes. However, today I'm going to approach it a little bit different. We're going to be responding to our first Twitter comment, and it's a question from Daniel. Let's take a look at it right here. So, Daniel, what he's wanting to know is how do we go about getting our players from point A to point B, getting them basically from not knowing a lot about the game to this point right here. Those are just a couple of quick clips from our U7 game this past weekend. The team's playing really good soccer right now, and I'm really proud of their development and their understanding. Now, before players can be tactically savvy or become good decision makers or anything like that, they have to be technically sound, at least to a certain extent, right? Being able to pass and receive properly, especially on the back foot or on the half turn, depending on where you're from, what you want to call it, um, takes some technical abilities and technical skills. Once the players are what I consider to be technical enough, right? Then we move them straight into rondos and positional play games. And we play full field games nonstop. So even at the youngest ages, when they're still learning the technical skills, the ball mastery type stuff, we're playing games still, right? You can end a practice with a game. Every Saturday we have a game for them, and during those games, we put them in positions and start talking to them about, okay, when you're playing on the right side, this is your side. There's no need for you to go all the way over here. If you're playing on this side, this is your side. There's no need for you to go all the way over there. And how quickly they absorb that is incredible. It's not a lack of knowledge on the kid's part or a lack of being able to absorb the information on the kid's part. Most of the time, the problem lies within the coach's inability to communicate the information to the young player in a way that they understand. With me, what I almost exclusively work on with them, the 4 hours a week or so that I have them, is their understanding of the game. Movement off of the ball, decision making when you have the ball, scanning, those types of things they can't work on at home, positional awareness, spatial awareness. And you can go right into it as soon as they are capable of performing it. Now, some players get there faster than others, and some you may need to give more space to. But as they improve, you can reduce the space on them, and that will increase the pressure, forcing them to be more technically proficient. So if you look at my Twitter timeline, you'll see that the first time that I ran a Rondo style game with this group was back in February of 2022, right? What are we, a year, 14 months away from then. So it's been about 14 months since this group ran their very first Rondo. And you can see that it was just players in the middle of a massive grid dribbling a ball to apply pressure to players who are passing. This is what it looked like when they became technical enough for us. So this is where it started. So we went straight from our rising stars ball mastery training, right? Made a group out of the players that we had in this age group. We made a team out of the players that we had in this age group. And then we moved them straight into rondos. I moved them straight into rondo training. And then before too long, they were doing 2v2 plus 3 and 2v2 plus 2 work. And then I was growing it from there to 3v3 plus 2. And as players developed out of the Rising Stars and moved into the team environment, the more team environment, we just kept growing the positional play size. So they got progressively better at it, and that's what'll happen if you stick with it. They will get progressively better at it. Just the communication of it all is the key. So I really hope I was able to answer the question. I don't know if I did or not. This felt like the answer to the question to me. If you still have questions, obviously, I'll do the best I can with guiding, but it's all about progression, getting them into rondos and positional play trainings as early as possible, as soon as they're technical enough to be able to do it, and then to keep pushing them, to keep challenging them, to keep reducing the space on them, to continue using guided discovery to talk to them about their decision-making process. And if you didn't see my last video on guided discovery, you can catch it on my YouTube, right above or below. It's probably right below this one, because it was the last video I did on guided discovery and how to help get players to learn to make their own decisions. So that's all I got. Wish you all the best and keep coaching.